So apparently, my mic wasn't plugged in. So if you watched the other live and couldn't hear me, here go part two. And I will be deleting the other lives. So here we are again. Um, Technology, gotta love it. This is what happens when you take your laptop to go work someplace else and you forget to go ahead and plug everything back up. And my printer is automatically cleaning itself. I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything, but a little freaky right there. A little freaky. As long as I don't get no crazy message, I think we'll be okay. I'll let you know if I get some secret message or something from there. But anyway, we're going to talk about my story and my mission all over again. But again, if you know who I am, my name is Tisha, and I've been in network marketing in the travel industry for 23 years this year. And when I first got started, I was an undergrad in college, just got out of the military, served 4 years, and in 2001, and then I went back again after 9/11. But once I joined my sorority and everything, we wanted to travel because, of course, there was a whole bunch of Greek events and activities and meetings. And I was like, you know what? There was a standalone travel agency called Liberty Travel. Ironically, it's now a Dunkin' Donuts. And we wanted to travel and we couldn't rely on the guys because back then guys were more concerned about, and that. Yeah, we just gonna leave it like that. But I wanted to do something different and make money. And I figured, why not get paid for what I'm gonna do anyway? And I did some research and I found my first travel agency, and that was kind of it for me. I was kind of hooked after that. But why did I stay? 23 years is a long time, and that's longer than some people's marriages. Let's be real. But why did I stay in this business? Because I love helping people change their world. I'm looking at my notes. That's why I keep looking over there because I write my notes. I have nothing wrong with that, right? The world has changed. I have changed, but this business has changed with me. Yes, I have been with several different travel agencies, but the one that I'm with now, I've been with them. It'll be 10 years in a couple of months. But I love the idea that I can help people find their different freedoms, whether it's time freedom, personal freedom, um, financial freedom. You know, I love the idea that I'm getting the chance to help people expand their mindset because I grew up in New York City, the tri state area, and I still have friends who have never left the tri state area. I asked one guy years ago, and I said, dude, you don't travel. He goes, I've been to Jersey. I said, dude, that's not traveling. That ain't going nowhere. When you travel the world, you get the opportunity to change your mindset. And when you're in a business that has international business partners that represent the entire world, things are different. But it has truly changed a lot of people's lives. Now, for me, it definitely has been a vehicle for transformation. This helped me not only pay off credit card bills, but it's also helped me to boost my credit score. People always want to run to the credit repair people. Guys, I've never used a credit repair person. I've done it myself. And the key thing is having extra income to pay your bills one time and pay them off when you need to, right? Now, one of the things that also helped me do, it helped me to move. I've moved several times. I've been able to upgrade my lifestyle every single time because I've had disposable income in a sense. And I was able to use that income to do what I needed to do or to help my family do stuff that's last minute type situation. And that's been like an amazing thing to deal with. And I've not only been able to travel with my family and with my mom. Those who know me know that I'll drag my mom on a trip in a heartbeat. Not that I have to drag my mom. My mom is always up to go. But I've also met credible people along the way, like Nicole Blunt. Nicole Blunt is somebody. She is my Bahamas girl. We went to the Bahamas one time with some of her family, and now that's our spot, right? But I like being in this business because you no longer have to worry about trying to find people who can, one, afford to travel, and two, have time to travel. You know what I mean? We can afford to travel, and many of us have the time to travel. But I've met some amazing people of all different types of background. The power of connection with this business is amazing. Being in fact, we're in two separate businesses. We have partners from the east to the west, from Europe to Ireland, the Caribbeans, and so much more. Now, I love the fact, again, people with different backgrounds. You learn so much when you surround your people with different backgrounds. And being the travel company's first trainer, first master trainer, it's put me in front of a lot of people. It's put me a lot in the ability to help a lot of different people see their successes, whether it was just taking their kids to Disney World or being able to take their mom on their first international trip where they was able to get their first passport, or the ability to get your credit score to go up, or just to afford everyday things like being able to pay your car note on time, or buying the things your family needs. You know what I mean? I've never been the one that pushes about the whole thing of making six figures. Though it's nice for some of us, making an extra three figures or four figures will do just as well too. You know, we have some of our leaders who that's what they got started just for a couple of extra $100, and now they're making some serious money. You know, and me being able to train anywhere from one or two, or I should say inspire and teach from one or two to hundreds of people, it's been amazing. You know, and I love to see the success of other people and where they're going, and based off of where they've been, and the mentorship that I can give, and the mentorship and coaching that I get. Because I want you to understand that it's not just me. If you get attached to me, you're going to get attached to some serious heavy hitters inside of this organization when you join me with me and our organization. You know, and I want people to join us and start getting on that journey to their personal goals. Now, guys, understand this is not going to be something where you quit your 9 to 5 tomorrow or next week or even next year. I want you to understand 9 to 5 has its benefits. I know there are network marketers and people out there who brag about how they was able to quit their 9 to 5, but they also don't brag about the fact that now they have to pay full price for all of their insurance, their life insurance, medical, vision, dental, and different things going on. Guys, if you're happy with your job and you just want to make extra income, go for it. I love my job. Absolutely love what I do. You know what I mean? And I have no intentions of technically quitting my job, even when I do make six figures. You know what I mean? Because I'm in service of other people and helping other people. But I like my benefits. So, God, I want you to understand this is not a ploy to do that or to down anybody who has a 9 to 5. Guys, it's okay. You know what I mean? A lot of people in this business have a 9 to 5. And if your goal is one day to quit your 9 to 5, guys, we're going to put a plan together, because you're not getting just me. You're also going to get a 3-star, soon to be 4-star director. You're going to get other top ambassadors in this organization. You're going to get access to people who are making $500,000 to $1 million. You can get access to the founder, because I am 3 levels away from him. You know what I mean? And they all know my name. I feel like Cheers sometimes, Norm and Cheers, right? But look, we're here to provide the mentorship that you need, the support that you need to take your business to the next level. Now, I will say this. If one of my business partners in my organization tagged you to hear this message, please go back to them and go ahead and get started with them. I'm not that type of leadership. If somebody from my team tags you, shares this on their timeline, you know, thank them for the share, and let's set up a call and have a conversation so we could change everybody's lives. But, you know, I'm looking for people who are serious and who are real, who want to get started and start that journey. You know what I mean? Now, we are going to have a presentation this Sunday. It is going to be on a Zoom, and it is going to be with some heavy hitters. We're actually going to have 2, one at 4 p.m. and one at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm in Central, so it'll be a different time for me. But guys, I want you to get on. I want you to tag the people that might be interested. And if you want to get on this call, let me know in advance. Or if you just want to have a conversation, send me a message, whether you send it through a text message if you have that information, a DM, or just comment below. But other than that, guys, I'm going to let you go, because now I'm actually going to go get my food. And I'd love to hear, if you are a business partner, I would love for you to share your stories in the comment, you know, because your story could inspire somebody, you know, to pick up the phone and make that call.